Hey everybody, welcome to the Guilty Gear Basics here. We're doing Rev 2 stuff. I'm here, joined by Mr. Henry Choi, aka Choysauce. What's your Twitter?
At Choysauce85.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the
CHOY.
Yeah, sauce
okay.
85. Or you could call me Asian Ultra David. some people, every time I get on stream, like people say, "Is that Ultra David? He sounds like Ultra David."
Dude, everybody, I guess, sounds like Ultra
Oh,
David.
do you get that a lot?
Oh no, because Sayjam. Everyone always says Sayjam sounds like
I don't
Ultra.
think he does.
I don't think he does either. But yeah, in any case, we're doing a bunch of Guilty Gear Rev 2 character basics, where we basically just teach you the very beginner things that you need to learn with these characters to get yourself started into the game. And so today we are going over Baiken.
Yes, Baiken.
Also known as Baiken, right?
Baiken?
So B-A-E, the Bae.
Oh,
she's the Bae. She's the Bae.
Or Bae Kenshin, right?
Oh.
Because she's based off of the character, the anime
that.
character Kenshin.
I like that. Bae Kenshin.
Bae
Okay.
Kenshin.
But both of us are huge fans of this character. Yeah. Very different. So if you've played Baiken before in previous versions, it's going to be a little rough. Even one of the Japanese players I heard, I think, was it Sharon? I think was
Sharon,
the player's name? Yeah. Has mentioned that it's been a little bit rough trying to get used to this character because Baiken originally was all about alpha counters. You know, so dead angles, right? So if I block an attack and so I can dead angle, right? So she had basically free dead angles, free alpha counters before during block, and I guess they thought that would be too good.
Much, yeah.
So they changed the way she works.
And we'll explain that in a bit.
Yeah, we'll explain all the systems in a little bit. But as a result, it makes her a little bit tough. One of the harder characters to use if you're a previous Baiken user.
Yeah, but if you're brand new, then you're gonna love her because she has a lot of tools on the offense to make up for that, because she used to be like focused on the defense stuff and this whole like alpha counter stuff, although she still has it, but it's just harder. But like it's just you'll see.
Yeah,
so.
She's got a lot of nice
cool
little
stuff.
buffs to make up for that. Yes, for sure. So really honestly, she's gonna be kind of a zoning-ish neutral character.
So she kind of excels more in the mid-range right here.
Yes.
Or she wants to stay away from you and then like just create a lot of space with this mattress.
Yes, the tatami mat, which is a really frustrating move to deal with.
So if you ever see a Baiken on the screen, expect like 1,000 of these. Trust us, yeah.
Yeah, so like just do neutral jump into the tatami mat. Like, see how it just covers all that space? Like, I can't get in anymore. It cuts off that entire portion of the screen. And that's what you kind of have to think about it. And if you see your opponent rush in, even if they block in time, you see how that immediately turned into your offense. So you're basically using those tatami mats to turn your defense into offense and finding your way in, basically. And that's kind of the key to her. And then once she gets in, she's kind of a neutral zony. Not a neutral zony, a neutral character. She's got really good footsies in the middle of the screen. She has some really good buttons that we'll get into in just a little bit. But she's dangerous when she gets into the mid screen. She's not one of those like lockdown pressure kind of guys, but one of those lockdown pressure characters. But she's got a lot of options that keeps you gussing once she gets.
You're gonna want to be
neutral.
decent with like your frame traps, and then she also has decent high-low mix-ups when she has meter. So we'll show you that what we mean by that in a bit.
Yeah. So again, frustrate the opponent in neutral using. Like jump slash is a good button. Like you can jump slash if you think they're going to try to come after your tatami mat. Do the tatami mat. Standing slash is a great button. That thing has great range there. I think crouching heavy slash is ridiculous, but and it was so different too. In the old game, she did the thing where she spun the sword and it like vacuumed you in. Now they just gave her, hey, we're gonna give her this button that reaches like halfway across the screen and it's cancelable. Okay. Awesome. And then if they approach from the air, you can 6P people out of the air and get a jump cancel off of there. But then basically turn that for your zoning a little bit. Frustrate them to the point where that lets you get in, and then you just turn the defense into offense.
Yeah, and then you just let them make the mistake, and then you just convert off of it.
Right.
Basically.
So I mean, what's interesting, like, if you guys just saw for example, the Dizzy character basics that we did, she's like all zoning until she gets the knockdown, then she goes into pressure offense. Baiken is actually like half and half. Like, I feel like she's really about being kind of half zony and then using that to get in there. But if you spend your whole entire time throwing the Tommy mats only trying to be zoning, you are not going to have the success with her that you should.
Yeah, you have to mix up when you want to go in and when you're going to stay out. So it's kind of confuses. What's this guy's game plan? What's he trying to do?
Exactly. So there you go.
And then her main like kind of gimmick that she has, or like her main like system thing that's kind of unique to her is this.
Yes, Azami.
So it's like this counter attack move that she has.
It's just basically a parry. Think of it like a parry, right? Like if you're used to Goken, if you're used to blitzes, even like blitzes. So it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, but it's the same input actually. So she doesn't have a blitz.
Well, she does have a blitz. You just have to use kick and...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, to use the other buttons. Yeah, I was confused because I was thinking of slashback, which was only slash and heavy slash. But you have to use the other buttons to do blitz. But if you use slash and heavy slash, she goes into Azami, which is a counter, right? So basically, this is the replacement of her alpha counters from the previous game. And she used to basically have an alpha counter where she, like a spike came out of the ground, she could run like this, she had that stab like that, and then in later ones, she had this really, really broken thing where she would fly across the screen, which is so good. Oh my god, I love that move. But now, the follow-ups are punch, so go ahead and do it. Yeah, right there, where she goes up in the air and launches you. Doesn't have great horizontal range, so do it really quick. Like that, but like do it from about like here, yeah, so it doesn't have a lot of range, right? Then the kick one is the same, where she actually just runs and she becomes invincible when she's running. Well, like, oops.
No.
Oh,
actually, I don't think she's
it's not invincible. It's just a dash. It's just a dash that side switches.
Yeah.
Basically. So, and then the slash one is where she stabs you like this.
Classic one.
Yeah, this is the classic one. And then the heavy slash one, she just knocks you down. And that one's nice because that one does have the great horizontal range. So there you go.
And then she has a projectile.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. She has dust and she shoots the cannon. The first time I was testing it out at point blank range, and I was like, what is this button for? I was like, I don't get it. And then someone's like, it's a projectile. And I was like, oh, this is sick. But basically, once you parry something with the Azami, you just hit that button and that follow-up comes out automatically. Like so, right? So even, for example, if you're a screen away, so go a screen away, for example, and let's say I do this, and you Azami, you can hit the dust button, and then you will come at me with the cannon.
I don't know if the cannon works out of it. Oh, actually, yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And one thing I do want to mention about Azami, someone taught me this in chat, which is really nice. Once you start it, you can let go one of the buttons. So, and keep holding it with the other button. So, like, hit both buttons, hold HS, hold heavy slash, and let go of slash. Right? Oh. So, you'll hold on to it. So, if you want to do the slash follow-up,
then you
can just do that. You can just mash it, basically. Like that, right? So, if you do it, just keep mashing slash after you activate it, right? And then it'll come out as the first hit as soon as it happens. So, that's actually nice.
That's nice, yeah.
The other thing you can do is just keep holding it. So... and then you can keep absorbing an infinite amount of moves here, right? Like, I don't care. Oh, yeah! And then you can still counter, right? Now, that's only if you do raw Azami. If you do raw Azami, it's almost instantaneous. So, like we'll do 1, 2, 3 Azami. 1, 2, 3. See how it's, like, almost instantaneous, right? 1, 2, 3. So that's kind of one of the nice things about that. You can also do it in the air. You can do Azami in the air, and she has different follow-ups in the air. She has a punch and kick follow-up, and she has a slash and heavy slash follow-up. The difference is that the higher strength button makes her slide forward a little bit. So punch makes her just spin it. So punch, do the punch one. Oops, sorry. Do the punch one. So the punch one, she spins in place. Kick one, she slides forward and does it. The slash one makes her drop on your head like that, and then the heavy slash one makes her slide forward and then drop on your head. So basically, she has 2 counters in the air, but just one makes her go forward, the other one does not, basically. But the key to the Azami now is that because this is the replacement to her old alpha counters, the whole point is that during block stun, she can cancel her block stun into Azami. See? Like that. So she's canceling that into the Azami like that. Which means that if I do a chain, for example, so if I kick into heavy slash, oops, do it really late, There you go.
Yeah, so the window gets really tiny though.
So the whole thing is if you cancel out of block stun, you can't hold it like you could the other one. So like just cancel out of block stun and try holding it. See how it goes away? So the block stun version of Azami has a fixed amount of time that I can hold, and it only has a tiny, tiny, tiny window that it'll counter things. And
yeah,
see?
I did it a little too early.
Yeah, there you go.
And it shows red when you do it. That means you did it out of block stun.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
Yeah, it's really hard to do, and a lot of times you end up doing it too late like that, right? There you go. Now, do it again, except I'm going to do backslash really quick. Oh, do standing. Yeah, so the thing is, once it absorbs, it will absorb multiple hits, right? But you can't really hold it anymore. Yeah. So do it again. And so just keep holding the buttons afterwards. Oops, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So once you can hold it for a little bit after you get the first one. I see. But basically, that's the whole trick now. So you can still kind of do the alpha counter stuff, but now you have to have great timing. So if I'm, for example, a Dizzy who does, so just block this. So if I do this all the time, what you can probably do is Azami the second hit and dash forward and punish me, right? So use the kick follow-up. And now you can kick my ass, basically, right? So, but now it requires you to have really, really good timing to do it. And it is tricky. It is the window I read was 3 frames or something like that.
In this game.
Yeah, it's really, and Peter actually says this in chat, and I agree with this. I just think that they really wanted to be really safe with the, because they could make it so that
it's easy, or
and also if you notice, like if you parry and like Azami something. Like, do the Azami here and block that and try to Roman cancel. You can't. They even knew that they didn't want you to Azami Roman cancel and get a big old punish off of that, right? They even knew that. And also, if you do the follow-up and try to Roman cancel, like, do like the kick one and then Roman cancel. You can't.
Oh.
They just tell you can't do it, right? So what's interesting about that is that, and you saw you couldn't Roman cancel until you hit me.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're at this range here and you whiffed, you wouldn't be able to Roman cancel. Let me do crouching dust here like this.
All right.
See, you can't Roman cancel. So they could have just did that out of block stun to make it not cheap, but I still think they were even worried that would be too cheap. So they were trying to be really, really safe with Baiken, so they changed the way it worked. One of the nice things, though, is that because they took away the alpha counters, they let you do she could never alpha counter in the air before. But you can Azami in the air now. So if you're blocking that string, you can hit me. You see? So.
If I get this timing down.
Ooh, don't hold back, it looks like. Oh, there it was, right there. Yeah. So. It's hard. It's so hard, yeah. There it was. Oh, but I guess she's not invincible during it.
Yeah, or I did the wrong follow-up. Yeah, so anyways.
Were you doing slash or?
I did the kick one.
Oh, okay. Try the punch one. There you go. The punch one is much faster. Oh my god, you comboed up. So there you go, because he got the counter hit off of that there. So the benefits is that, the new benefits that she has is that, one, she can do the Azami outside of block stun. So she can just do it from here, and it absorbs multiple hits as long as you're holding it. Like, she just doesn't care.
Yeah.
And you can do it in the air now, right? So now you can Azami in the air. The other benefit, which comes from Accent Core plus R, is now she has a special move where she runs, so which is quarter circle back plus kick, right? Or is it half circle back?
Half circle back, yeah.
Oh, it's half circle back. So half circle back plus kick, where she runs. So just do it, yeah. So she just runs, and she gains armor during this move, right? Like so. She gets 1 hit of armor, a high armor. Oh, no, she has.
It's armor the whole way.
Yeah, but it's not a low armor. That's the thing. That's
yeah.
how you beat it. Is by going low.
Yeah. So you want to do a lot of low focus against her.
Right. However, the crazy thing about this is now while you're running, you can have access to all 5 of those counters by tapping that button. So yeah, so you can do any one of those counters. So basically you have access to all of her counter moves outside of a counter. So that was the other concession they gave her for not being able to do the alpha counters like she used to be able to do.
Yeah, it was such a cool change when Accent Core had it. I was like, oh, you get to do it anytime you want now. It's so cool. And it became part of the combos.
Now, what we just discovered literally today before we started the stream, you can basically do run into the special move as fast as possible by plinking the buttons, but you have to let go of the joystick. Don't hold back on the joystick, because if you hold back on the controller, it won't trigger for some strange reason. It's like a way to guarantee you won't trigger it.
Yeah, so I'm used to doing that, so like last time I played here, it's like, I was trying to do all my combos, and I was like, nothing's working.
And I was like, wait, I can do it easy. And I did it, and I was like, oh, don't hold back on the control. Yeah. So make sure you go to neutral. Now, another concession that they gave you is that during combos, you don't have to so if you're doing it raw like that, you basically have to plink it. So you have to hit punch and then do the follow-up. So kick and then the follow-up. So tap it really fast, like piano it basically, right? That's how you have to do it outside of a combo. But they gave a concession that if you do it in a combo, you can hit the 2 buttons at the same time. Kick plus any button at the same time, and it will always come out with that move. So you will never have to worry about timing it properly. If you hit the 2 buttons at the same time, it will always do the special move for you. It'll just go into that special moves. Like that. So really nice. That's a nice concession they made for that. So that's basically the main gimmick of Baiken right now is the Azami, the counters.
And you don't want to abuse it too much, because if you go counter crazy, then people will bait it pretty easily. So I mean, you throw it in every now and again, and then you feel really good when you land it.
Yeah, honestly, it's gonna be one of those surprises. Like, you play without it for a really long time.
Yeah, they think, oh, this guy can't use it.
And then, or they just forget that it exists.
Yeah.
And then you throw it out there all of a sudden, it's like the big finish, and then they're like, I totally forget. So like, I've been doing, like you just block.
I keep blocking this.
Like, you block this string forever, and you say, you know what, I'll just let him keep doing this, I'll block it forever, and then when I need my kill, whoops.
Or something like that.
Right,
yeah. Or
like do the kick follow up off of the Azami, the second hit. And then he can do the kick follow-up. Whoops.
Anyways. Sorry.
And then you'll blow her up. Yeah. And then the Disney player will like, I forgot she had that! And then basically you can kind of kick her ass at that point in time. So, there you go. But yeah, so that's the main, quote, gimmick of Baiken. But outside of that, really her strength is really about like knowing footsies and this kind of zoning thing. So I don't know if I want to count her as a basic or an easy to learn character, but
I think compared to the rest of the cast, it's like she's very like kind of Street Fighter-esque, where you have to really mind your distance, and you want to just approach more cautiously than other characters. But she's kind of like in between, so it's like. So it's like you want to play like in this zone until you feel like, okay, I got the upper hand, and then now I can go in.
Yeah. So because of that, her strengths are that she does have the Azami, which can blow people up and really confuse people. Her combo routes are pretty straightforward, and then because of the Azami, she can play defense pretty well. So, but I mean, it does require a good prediction, though.
Yeah.
That's a good point, though, because the raw Azami is very holdable like this, and it's something that I forget to do when I'm on defense, because at one point in time I was like, what do I do with her on defense? And I forgot raw Azami is actually really good. One thing I will mention is that in combo, the heavy slash one is probably the best follow-up, because it's almost guaranteed to combo at almost most ranges, So if you do it as fast as possible, you'll almost always get the combo off of that. See, so it's a really nice option, but it leaves you in an awkward position, which is the only bad part about it. But we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah. And then some of her weaknesses, she does have really low life and stun, kind of like Dizzy does.
Yeah.
And yeah, so if she gets hit,
you're dead. Yeah.
So that's the trade-off with the whole defensive options. Just you can't get hit, but like you can block and try to be able to do that. So that's why it's a bit of it's a big risk to do the Azami out of block stun, because if you mess that up, then you're gonna take a lot of damage.
Get ready to die. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Nishin doesn't have a good high-low mix-up, because it's like when she's in, she's gonna have frame traps.
Right.
Which, a lot of characters or a lot of people, they want to have their easy high-low mix-up, left-right mix-up, and she doesn't have that unless she has meter. And then she's going to be able to only just do the low, and she has this...
the instant Yozen-san,
yeah.
which I'm really sad about, because all in the old games she went, Yozen-san! But she doesn't do that anymore. She goes, Yozen-san! But yes, if you block it, if you get hit by it,
oops, it's hard.
It's a tricky thing. We'll explain it a little bit later how to do it.
Anyways, yeah.
It's basically a tiger knee to uppercut motion. And if I block it, and she doesn't have the meter to YRC it, or RC it, I basically kill her. It's like a free punish, right? So she doesn't have a safe option on the uppercut. So if she doesn't have half a bar of her meter, you almost don't really ever have to worry about the overhead uppercut, unless she's just, the player is YOLO and just really wants to catch you by surprise like that. So, and then also her corner air dash does have a tricky air dash off of the her B&B in the corner, and you just have to practice that. You'll just have to get used to that.
Yeah, So, or you'll come up, they'll come up with new combos that are a little bit more stable.
Yeah. Can you do the just like show people what it looks like, basically?
It's like, let me see.
Because if not, I could definitely practice this combo.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's coming in from the.
Well, he's talking about the air dash after the dust loop, right?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, you can do the dust loop, right? That air dash there,
yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. So there is a little bit of a tricky timing on that, but you can practice that. You can get good at that.
And you need a super jump to do that. So, but little details. Okay. So, and then ways on how to beat this character. So if you're having trouble against her, you want to. Most of the people that might be lower to mid level will probably be using the Azami a lot, because it's just really fun to use it with her.
Yeah.
So you want to bait this. You want to bait this every now and again, just to prove to them, hey, stop doing that so much, because otherwise it's gonna get you killed.
Right. And then the other weakness that she has too is that she has a lot of startup on stuff. So the tatami mat, for example, do the jump tatami mat, it takes a while before it starts hitting, right? So if I know she's gonna do it, you see how I can push her away from the tatami mat like this? If you know she's going to do it, you can push her away. Not only that, if you hit her out of it...
Yeah, you can use the icicle or something. Yeah.
Whoa. Do the tatami mat on the way up, like that. Oops. If I hit her, the tatami mat, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't it go away or does it not? Do a double jump with it. Yeah, see, it went away. So when I hit her, the tatami mat goes away.
It breaks. And it also counts as a projectile, so you can knock it off with projectile invincible stuff, or
So I know, for example, with Johnny, I have the ability to misfire right through the tatami mat.
Yeah, because it cancels out projectiles.
Yeah, because the misfire kills projectiles, so there you go. Okay, let's see here. Just know about that. And then the other thing too is that we haven't really talked about this, but she has the grapple move, right? Which is this move, with heavy slash in particular. She can't combo off of this move, but you'll notice that it gives her advantage sort of on block, right? So just punch me afterwards. Yeah, see, you beat my punch. Well, it's tricky. I think it depends on range and stuff like that. So. But basically, it's a great pressure tool. So in other words, if I'm blocking, you can dash up, attack me, cancel into it, continue to dash up and pressure me, and keep going like this. But if you know she's going to do that, you can hit her before the claw comes out, potentially.
Maybe instant not. Block or something
yeah,
like that.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah.
But do it again. Let me see if I can jump out of it. Yeah, so I can jump out of it, but then you can go all fancy and predict and do a high claw instead. And can snatch him right back to the ground. But she does have holes in a lot of her offense. So I'm sure if I, for example, could probably do, if I was Johnny, I could do a super and punish in the middle of the gap and stuff like that. So that's basically just be mindful of the gaps in her stuff, in her offensive strings and everything like that. And that's basically how you're going to want to beat her. So take advantage of the tatami mat startup, bait out Azami's, and then just know that she has holes in her offense. And also, I really think that like at this range, she kind of has a little bit of... So right outside crouch heavy range is a problem. Like she doesn't really have...
Yeah, she doesn't have anything that she's going to use.
Yeah, the claw is the best thing that she has.
And that, but it's not really that great.
Yeah, so do the claw from about that range. So that's kind of like a party starter for Baiken because it pulls you in out of that bad range for her, right? So now you're in this range of stuff. But if you abuse that move too much, you see the startup on it is really slow, and the opponent can easily get in on you. So there you go. So basically, this distance is good to fight. That's why Baiken wants to jump back and start throwing mats, because he's trying to bait you into trying to go in on her. So just don't fall into that, basically.
Yeah, so in that sense, she's very Street Fighter-esque. It's like, it's all about like kind of figuring out what move do I want to do now, so that to make them do something I want them to do, or something like that.
So the fundamentals that you will learn or need to have to use this character according to... Oh, we haven't mentioned it, by the way.
That's right.
Kugi.
Our good old friend Kugi.
The one of the best... I mean, look, you guys need to follow his channel as well on Twitch. Twitch.tv/BrokenTier. I think he's also on YouTube.com/BrokenTier. But he's been doing a ton of beginner stuff for Guilty Gear as well. And he helped us here with this Baiken document. And he has been one of the premier people out there, content creators, for helping people with Guilty Gear. He's been a little busy recently, but he's a busy man. He does a lot for the FGC that you guys don't even know. He's doing a lot of work in behind the scenes that you guys don't even know about. And he's seriously one of the most valuable guys in our community, for sure. But he's the guy who gave us all the Baiken information here.
Yeah, so shout out to Kugis.
Yeah, absolutely. Paul Kugler, one of the greatest basically assets to the Guilty Gear scene. He mentioned that for fundamentals that you got to learn is that Azami, don't use it, don't abuse it, because not only is it scary, but she has a high and a low Azami, by the way, too. So you have to know high or low moves, right? But if you do the wrong one and you get hit, you get counter hit. Yeah. Or if you do it and you just let go, you get counter hit in its recovery. So it's very dangerous to use. So like we said, use it as a surprise at the end or something like that.
Or if someone's just way too predictable and you know it's going to land.
Yeah, exactly. And then also, you're going to want to learn how to control all of her air tatami mats. Now, this is a little bit higher level stuff. Right, so she has regular jump tatami mat. She also has double jump tatami mat, which covers a lot more space. And because the mat takes a lot longer to drop, like from a screen, like do it there, double jump into the tatami mat, you have more time to follow up, take advantage of it. Oh, and if you YRC it, dang, that's hella good. Oh my god. But then regular jump tatami mat, and then air dash tatami mat is a good one as well. Do you know the instant air dash tatami mat technique?
Me?
Yeah,
Oops. Yeah, I mess it up sometimes.
Yeah,
so
see,
like
that's actually not... There's actually a different way to do it. There's actually a really tricky way to do it, and it's really kind of tough. What you actually want to do is quarter circle forward, tiger knee it into forward flip, tap forward once, and then hit kick. And the window is really small, but if you get it, it's super fast. Oh, God. Okay, I think I do it better this direction here. Come on. There it is,
Whoa,
right there.
that's really fast,
so
yeah.
she drops right away, so it's actually a way to approach a little bit. Like that.
Whoa.
So off of some knockdowns, that's the best option you have as well. You have to make sure you go to neutral before you tap the forward flip and then hit the kick like as early as you can. It's really hard to... Yeah, there it is right there. There you go. There you go. That right there is high-level biking.
Yeah.
Don't learn that right away. Do not bother learning that right away. It is not going to be as useful for you as the time it's going to take
Otherwise,
to
you're
learn
gonna just
that.
do this all day long.
Yeah, exactly. I guess they call it Kirei Tatami, according to Tan Mana.
Okay.
So, yeah, and
Killer tatami, I guess.
Yeah, don't learn it right away. But
or pretty tatami.
Yeah.
I think that's what it means.
So, just learn the other ones for now. The other ones are much easier, like just standard instant air into the tatami mat is good enough for now. And there are some negatives about the, it says it gives you the ground properties instead of the air tatami mat. Because she lands before it comes out. So she gets the launch. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Well, I mean, I think it's, if it's low enough, it just gives you. It gives you.
There's a dirty setup that she has that I've seen because the claw, if you notice, it sucks you in, right? So if you claw someone here in the corner, you can actually do that mat over my head, and because the mat will never scroll off screen, it slides back forward and it'll cross me up and launch me. And hit like so. Watch, just crouch block with Dizzy right there in the corner. Crouch block with her. Let me see if I can do this. Right. So come out. So not directly in the corner. So like if you're right here, and if I get it right.
Oh, I see the initial.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm doing it too slow. I'm so bad at it in this direction. All right, let's go to the other side. Okay, so come forward. See? Ooh. It's a cross-up in the corner like that, and then you get a combo off of it. Like I think you can even dash under and do the combo from the other side. So there's like some dirty setups like that.
That's crazy.
That's high-level biking stuff. So don't learn that. That's cool stuff to learn in the future.
Just whetting your appetite right now.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. We went through all the Azami stuff, but let me see here. Full screen approach. Let's see here. I guess. What is that? 9.
I think that's the.
That's the instant tatami mat.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you after. Yeah. Okay. So basically, if you learn that crazy instant air tatami mat, what's useful about that is that it can also be good. Actually, I don't even think you need the crazy one. I think you can just use the standard air one. And that's a great way to get back in after, say, you throw them in, like let's say you throw me in the middle of the screen. Like, throw me into the middle of the screen. It's a good way to get back in, you know.
Yeah, my instant air dash doesn't work.
Yeah, it's all right.
Anyways,
It's the stream pressure. People don't believe me, but when you stream stuff, things become 10 times harder because you know everybody's watching.
Anyways,
exactly. So, okay. So, that's a good thing to learn to get back in. But her best normals, according to Kugi, crouching slash, which just hits super far away.
And it's cancelable, which is nice.
Yeah. By the way, I love this. Sanchez pointed out that the claw. Oh yeah, you see, you knew I was gonna go right there. So do the claw again, and then pause it. The claw is actually the same club, hide menu, but opened up. So it's actually the same tool, but it just has the claws opened up as crouching slash and jumping slash. It's the same club. I just thought that was super neat. But that's a great button.
Really long range, and then like if you get the counter hit, then like it'll combo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oops. Oh, nice. Okay. And then also, it's chainable in the crouch heavy slash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's a nice
decent frame trap.
And not only that, if they hit something in between that's too slow, they're gonna get counter hit in there, right? So that's really nice too. So that's a good way to get in there. Another one that he listed is jump slash because it's just such a good button.
It's so versatile, yeah.
And the fact that it hits low like that, Oh, dang, that's right. It reverse beats into jab. So, into punch. So you can do slash into the club into punch. It's a little tougher in the corner. Like, do it outside of the corner here. Just do that for, instant air dash. No, yeah, so you can do club, jab, 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 jab. So from like here, you can go, and then keep more club, jab, club, you know, or something like that, basically, to make the combo work. So it's just a really great button. And then the other good button that she has is jump heavy slash. We talked about this earlier. It just has so much priority. It hits low. And this thing causes block stun forever. You see how, like, I can't do anything. Oops, I hit it even too early there, so do it again. See, I can't do anything. The block stun on this is ridiculous. So actually, a really good block string, like, so if you do like dash 2K, 5S in the sweep, like that, and if you know that if they're blocking, jump cancel the sweep into H. It's like scary, basically. And then that thing just has priority for days.
Yeah, it's just really big, but it just starts up really slow.
And it has no range, obviously. So I'm just like standing here. I'm like, doo-doo-doo. But it's a nice move to get in there. I also think, honestly, her crouching heavy slash is a good, my personal honorable mention move, because, like I said, okay, so stand at this range right here. At this range, she doesn't really have a lot of moves that can hit you that are fast. But at least at this range, crouching heavy slash will hit and help get you in. So you can do that into the claw or that into the mat, and that can kind of get things started for you. Not only that, but it low profiles a lot of things.
Yeah, and then if you just tag them, you probably want to just like RC, you know?
God, yeah, you're right.
Boom, and then just like...
Like, I had Kai throw the heavy fireball at me, you know, the 3-hit slow one, and he chased after it. And I did crouching heavy slash, went under it, hit Kai, and the hit freeze, let the fireball pass all over my head. So that move will low profile a lot of stuff. Like, can my standing kick even hit it? See, look at that.
Yeah.
My standing kick just misses completely. Oh, okay, not at that range. Yeah, okay, because she has a hitbox by her thigh, basically. But yeah, so it low profiles a lot of good buttons.
Pretty good.
Okay, so we talked about the Azami stance here. Yes. Oh, and the guard Azami stance also has 3 frames of startup and cannot be held. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, until you get like actually hit upon, then you can start holding it. Yeah. Okay.
And then top uses for meter. So number 1 use of meter is definitely going to be Yozen-san into, hey, I have cool combos here, like that.
Yeah.
But that gives her a dangerous overhead, which is very, very useful to, very nice to have, because it gives her a mix-up. Oops. There is a couple of weaknesses to the instant overhead, though, which I'll get into in just a little bit. Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard to do. How do you do it? Do you do 9 uppercut, or do you do uppercut 9?
I do forward and like...
You do forward flip and then an uppercut, right?
Yeah. Okay. Or I do forward, and then I kind of go back down here, and then I do like a half circle coming up from that angle.
Can you see this really quick? Because there's multiple ways to do this.
Yeah.
Let me see. So one way to do it is just to do 9, 6, 2, 3.
Yeah, and that's kind of tough for me.
So basically, it's just jump and uppercut right away.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead and crouch with her, because you'll notice what happens is if you do it too slow, it misses.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to do it really fast, like so. The other way to do it is 6, 2, 3, 9. So for those of you not used to number notation, let me also explain. So 9, 6, 2, 3 is this method, which is hit forward flip and then just do uppercut as fast as you damn possibly can, basically. But it's really hard, and if you do it too fast, you end up with claw like this and you will die. The other way is to do an uppercut on the ground and then hit forward flip. So basically tiger knee it and then hit the button as soon as you leave the floor. This is the guaranteed way to get it to the lowest possible, but you have the smallest window. So if you hit the button too late, you end up flying away and doing nothing.
Yeah, so it's like, depending on how fast you can buffer it, it'll give you a bigger window.
Right, you have to do it as low as possible, right? So those are basically the 2 best ways to do that. Now, she has a trick that she can jump cancel into it, right? Like
Yeah.
so. So you're low blocking, and then she gets you with see, I have trouble doing it the 963 way like that. So but the thing about it is, if you ever see her do stand slash, it's not a real mix-up. It's actually, you can actually fuzzy guard this. So this kind of goes into the section on how to fight her, because the only thing she can go low or cancel into is this a low move? Stand block that? Yeah, it is a low move. But you can basically like crouch block it and then see if she's doing it, right? And so you can just stay low blocking. Either that or the sweep comes out right away. In order to jump cancel it, she has to wait. So if you see her freeze in stand slash for a little bit, just switch to stand block. If you see it cancel right away, like this, don't stand block. Just stay down. But if you see her freeze like that, then you can stand block. And then you can... So you can kind of fuzzy guard it. But before, I think this is actually a nice button that they gave her, because before, the sweep came out so fast that it was super easy to block both. But I think the delay on this one makes it a little bit trickier
because you might think, oh, she might
jump
cancel.
So it's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. But another thing too, I will talk about this third technique. This is me. This is a terrible idea. You shouldn't learn this, but maybe this is something that you want to learn. But on jump cancel, you can only jump cancel at the end of hit stop, right? You can cancel right away, like so, but you jump cancel kind of towards the end of hit stop, which is what makes it so that it's awkward to do this method, because you have to hit this, wait until the very last second, then 9623, right? So that's a little bit tricky. One technique that I've done, which is really weird, is that I'll actually hit slash, and then I actually do like a 720. I do like, I like spin the controller, and then I hit slash at forward flip, because it builds in the delay for me automatically. And it actually turns out to be the easiest way for me to do it. The reason why you should never learn this, though, or if you don't want to learn this, is if you do it too fast, you end up wasting a super.
Oh.
I end up supering a lot by accident. But I do it because for some reason it just builds in the timing properly for me. But see, if I do it too fast, then I super and it's not a good idea. But those are different ways to do the instant Yozen-san. You can jump back Yozen-san, huh? So someone is, I don't know if that's do jump back Yozen-san really quick? Like jump backwards Yozen-san? Because you can still do a move on the way down afterwards, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just do it in the air and then just hit a button on the way down. So just... Oh no, do the Yozen-san and then a button.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think you can kind of trick people, right? So it looks like you're running away, and then you can Yozen-san and then come back down and attack them and stuff like that, so... Someone says 623173. What the hell? That sounds like an area code.
173.
623173. I guess that's another method of doing it. So you can do uppercut, roll it to up back, and then go back to offensive crouch to do. There's lots of different ways to do it. There's lots of different ways. You'll have to find a way that's comfortable for you to do it. But that's the reason why we listed all of them, is just so that you can get used to doing all of them, basically. And I talked about the pros and cons of doing each one of them. Doing 963 makes you sometimes whiff on crouch very easily. Doing 6239 makes it so that the window is smaller, so you have to have perfect timing on the slash. And then my stupid method on block is useful but has the potential to make you waste meter on super.
Yeah, so you just gotta figure out what works for you.
Yeah. Wow, yeah. I mean, look, it takes a lot of work to get good at
so it's an advanced technique. You shouldn't have spent too much time on it.
Honestly, okay, so B and Bs. Let's go into, let's talk about best uses for meter first, which is definitely Yozen-san, as we mentioned, overhead. And I also think Tatami Mat YRC is really good too. Because at that point, you can keep yourself safe and like, can you hit a button on the way down after you do Tatami Mat YRC? Yeah, see, now it's dangerous for me to try to hit you because now you can hit me, so. What? Can you? Dang, you can do that fast. I didn't know you could do it that fast. Holy crap.
It's like magic.
Can you air dash after it? Jump, do it, and then air dash? Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, so there's that is definitely a nice way to get in on
Yeah,
people.
you can do this and then air dash later.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then keep the pressure going like that. So it's so funny too, because someone in the chat mentioned that they've been putting a ton of work into Baiken to try to learn Baiken combos in the corner and been having trouble. I actually had the Guilty Gear Accent Core for the PSP. And I would actually go into training mode and mess with it there. Even as stupid as the controls were that made it hard, it just helped me remember combo routes and timings, and I was doing it on the PSP. This is why more games need to come out on the Nintendo Switch, I'm telling you, man. Then it's all on the road practice, man. Oh.
We'll have like a connectable stick.
Oh, God. A Switch with a connectable stick. If they made Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator 2 on the Switch with a connectable joystick, you don't understand. I'm the happiest man in the world. In any case, there you go. So that's best uses for Baiken's
Yeah, probably just the Yozansen RC with the combos, and then like Tatami, Magic Tatami.
So her best B&Bs to learn right now are 2K is just a great way to start because that's just a standard way to get in on people.
And then standard low attack too.
Into slash, into sweep. Into sweep is a great follow-up right there. And then just go into... If you hit him, you can go into jump dust, jump slash, jump dust off of a mat like that. You can even just cancel it directly into the jump and get the combo as well. So don't even do the mat, just do the sweep and the jump cancel. Oh. Oh, no, yeah, you're right. I read it wrong. Yeah, it's mat. It's just mat. Okay. You're right. So there you go.
Yeah.
And so that's a good way, that's
Basic
a good thing
combo.
to get it. And if they block it, you know... They block the mat, and you're pretty even on the ground mat. So, oops, yeah, and they can push buttons in the middle and get hit. Yeah, see,
Yeah, it's pretty safe.
Yeah, we're pretty. It's almost guaranteed to be safe at that point. And of course, that's the party starter in the corner, because then you get these cool combos. And you want to end the corner combo into the punch follow-up thing. Except against light characters, they'll always be able to flip. But the heavy charters, it'll force a knockdown.
You guys worry about that later.
Yeah, okay.
And then another one that's decently good, like for most characters, is this basic one with using her new move.
Yeah,
And then like what you can do after that is just like...
Well, that's dangerous because skinny characters avoid the mat.
Yeah.
So it only works on wide characters, so you actually don't want to do that. If they crouch block, it'll hit them. But if I just stand there, so just do it, and I'll just stand there. Ooh, how did I get hit by that one?
I did it late.
Oh, interesting. Oh, maybe that's the secret.
So I think when you're up in the air, like you're not sure what side you're on or something.
Do it early in the air again. I just want to see. Yeah, see, I can avoid it. So if you do it late, see, it still has the potential to miss. Oh, you have to do it really late so you get the ground version. Only the ground version hits. If you do the air version, see, this is the problem. This is the thing that's been bothering me about this setup is that I don't get any tatami mats off of this.
But you gotta do the ground version. Yeah.
So you gotta do the ground version. But
which is not bad.
The other thing that I was doing off of that setup is I would do in the middle of the screen. What I would do is forward flip into immediate neutral jump like this, and then I would just hit H and come down like this. I figured that's kind of a neat thing. I don't know if that's going to be effective. I made that up, so your mileage may vary on that. That might actually be a terrible tactic, but that's just something that I made up for that. But that's another good sequence right there. That's a good hit confirmable string that if you see them blocking after the stand H, you can go into the tatami mat instead. Like that to keep the pressure going. Or go into the claw, exactly, to keep the pressure going, like that. So on block, go into the claw. On hit, then go into the Suzuran.
Or just don't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. But if you do want to get that knockdown, you can go into the counter with the heavy slash and get the hard knockdown that way.
Or you could just like just do the just do that.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, so
go for a mix up.
Yeah, you could just like if they're blocking, or just block this. Just gotta throw them instead.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. Cheapest tactic?
It's kind of hard to say, but I would say most likely it'd probably just be this with like a YRC or something.
Yeah, that or maybe the instant overhead Yozen-san could count as a cheapest tactic.
Yeah, because it's kind of advanced, so I wouldn't consider it cheap.
Yeah. The one thing that I saw someone do that was really kind of dirty, here, let me see this. If they're in the corner, and anytime you get a knockdown, so let's say I do, so if I do this, right, you can actually OTG them, right? So he actually does this into, whoops, wrong thing, and then flip. Try to make sure you try to flip too, so. Oh, but don't hit, like, if you just flip, and then I go into the up claw like that, it's a reset. I don't know if that counts as the cheapest tactic, but that definitely works. Bloodberry was doing that to me a bunch of times, so, and I kept getting hit by it. I was like, dang it, stop it, stop it. So that's a little bit of a trick. So you can just like OTG into claw up like that.
Yeah, it's always fun to reset them that way.
You can obviously green block it, but if they're not thinking about it or if they're trying to forward flip and get away, it'll catch them. So there you go. We talked about it, the instant air tatami, instant air Yozen-san, those are the high level stuff, and so worry about those in the future, basically.
It's even tough for us.
Yeah, exactly. But the players to watch right now in Japan is Kako and Sharon, who we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Although I did mention that Sharon was even quoted as saying that, is Sharon a he or a she?
I think it's a he.
It's a he, okay. Sharon was even having trouble getting used to this.
Yeah, because I think he was an old school Baiken player, so it's like he's used to the old, the old strengths and the old moves,
right?
So.
And being able to counter all the pressure with alpha counters.
So that was probably central to his game plan, probably.
For U.S. players, we don't really have any good U.S. players yet.
I don't know of any. So.
Right. Eventually, they'll start coming out because we haven't had Rev 2 as long as Japan has, right? So, dang, Baiken's short. Okay, there we go. But we haven't had Rev 2 as long, so we don't have any like expert Baikens unless anybody in the chat right now.
Yeah, they could help us out because we weren't sure who was like dedicated to Baiken or
just yet. So I know both of us are using it. I know.
I heard Hell Monkey is still playing.
Oh, really?
He might be coming back with this, but because I know he was like, top Baiken player for like.
Kid Viper was playing her at Combo Breaker.
Oh, really?
Huh? Oh, okay. So Kid Viper.
Yeah, so you got Kid Viper then. Okay.
Oh, then Kid Viper really, he just uses all my, he's just there to show me how to play all my characters, basically. Shout outs to Kid Viper.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, but that's basically Baiken. Really fun. It's like, a little on the slower side, but like she has some really cool tools. And like, if you're feeling yourself and you want to counter people, then, be our guest. Counter away.
And not only that, but Baiken's just awesome. She's angry. I mean, look at her crouching animation, and then let her stand up. It's my bet. It's my favorite. Like, crouch and then let her stand up. She just looks so, like, grumpy. I love it. And you know what? My other favorite, like, little small thing they did, Sanchez pointed this out to me. Because Sanchez is the guy who notices all this stuff, right? You know how Johnny's treasure hunt, he always steals your most precious item from you? When he does the treasure hunt to Baiken, he steals the kanji for the word nothing. Yeah. Because Baiken's a samurai and she has no worldly possessions. Yeah. So literally nothing is the closest thing to her, so that's what Johnny ends up stealing from her. Funny. I think that's genius. I think that shit's genius, dude. But yeah, like, Baiken is just so cool looking. And then go ahead and show her instant kill.
Oh yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah. Oh, maybe we should show Dizzy's real quick after.
Oh, yeah.
Hers is pretty funny. But this is awesome. Old school, Japanese, like, movie cinema.
And it slashes everything. Yeah. The building, the pipe, the fish just gets away, though. The Baiken.
Oh, yeah. And we forgot to mention the supers for these characters.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But
for her, she just has the standard, like,
quarter circle forward, 236, 236 slash.
Yeah, it just does just a damaging super.
Yeah. The nice thing about that super is after it starts up, it's instant. So watch, do it, and now I'm gonna hold up on the controller. I'm just gonna get bodied right here. Oh, I don't know if I can block. I think I can block it still. I just can't jump.
Yeah, it's not 0 frame. But
Yeah,
it's
so it hits me
really
in my
fast.
pre-jump frames, but I can block it. The problem is, I think that there's a hole in there, so like you can actually do like instant block the second one, and then. But that's so cool looking. God. And then do something in between.
Probably, yeah.
Like super in between it or something like that.
I forgot the input for
Oh,
this.
I know the other super. It's my favorite, dude. Let me do the super. So off of the Azami, she gets a super basically. So off of Azami, she gets a super. Here, reset it. Reset it. Oops.
1, 2.
Oh, that's right. I can hold it. That's right.
I think it's only in the air.
No. You can do it in the ground. Which
really?
button? Hang on a second. Let's see what
I think
button.
hard slash.
Oh, I'm trying to remember where. It's heavy slash. It is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Oops. You have to just be fast. You just have to be fast. And basically, what it does is it just sends out a little blast in front of her, and so stay back there really quick. And it doesn't have a lot of range. So it doesn't have a lot of range. But that also means you can do it off of her run, so you can do stuff like that. I did it too slow. And like I said, because it doesn't have a lot of range, it's really hard to get it to combo, because if you do it too early, it misses. But if you're close enough, I just love that combo. It's so much fun to do. And it's also more damaging than her other super. So if you do want to confirm into something, you can just do it like that. So such a sick looking super. I love that super. God, it's so cool. I just want to land that all day. So they said you could do it in neutral by 236, 3214. What? 236,
Kick hard slash.
3214. So you can actually do the old motion, like a different motion, like quarter circle forward, half circle back into kick and hard slash? Really?
Oh.
Whoa! What the hell?
Oh, that's crazy.
Do you have to let go of the controller again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That doesn't make any sense because it's a quarter circle forward motion.
That's weird.
That's probably a bug.
It's a weird.
Yeah, it's probably a bug. You could probably also do it just. Let me see if I can. Let me try that.
Interesting.
So fireball. So quarter circle forward, half circle back.
Yeah.
Kick into H basically.
It must. I guess the super input isn't exactly quarter circle forward twice. Maybe it's some kind of weird buffering thing.
I can't do it. It's weird.
Huh. Anyways.
That's weird. This doesn't work for me.
So quarter circle forward, half circle back, kicked and hard slash.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't work for me, so, okay. I can do it if I add another quarter. So I can do quarter circle forward, half circle back, quarter circle forward, and then do it. Like that, right? That's how I do it. But, interesting. Okay. But yeah, there you go. That's Baiken right there. So just a really interesting character. Very different style of play than a lot of other characters. Very different than how she used to be as well. So even if you're used to Baiken a certain way, you just get ready to do different stuff with her.
Yeah, but the overall basics for the offense is the same. So you want to
keep the pressure
Yeah,
going.
counter like fish for the counter hits, and then just like once they're scared, then you can just like use the high-low mix-ups and stuff.
And then, like I said, the claw is probably one of the most important tools in neutral here because it just has a lot of delay on startup.
Oh, yeah, and then we forgot to talk about the different.
She has the different follow-ups on the claw.
follow-ups.
Yeah, the punch is a throw, which you basically, if I just chill here like so.
And it
has a bunch of delay. If the opponent jumps away from it, they're
Yeah.
totally dead. But you can combo off of it, so if you land it, it's super good. She also has a slash follow-up.
and pop them up.
Yeah. Like that. But you see it doesn't actually combo. It only combos as a stagger.
Yeah, but it works if you use this version from the air.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So jump.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, because it tumbles me on the floor. Yeah, that combo, so you can get that. But on the ground, the heavy slash one will combo guaranteed.
Yeah.
They can't shake out of it. You can see that the beat is still red, so you cannot shake out of it no matter what.
Yeah, and those are the only follow-ups.
Yeah, those are the only follow-ups for that. But a lot of times, if they're blocking, you don't do any follow-up because basically you just use it to pull them in and keep the pressure going. Now, do the heavy slash one again and then hold up. Do the heavy slash follow-up and then hold up afterwards. Do the follow-up afterwards.
Oh, the which follow-up?
The heavy slash one. Whoops. I just want to see how punishable it is. See, it's not even that punishable. Let me try punishing you. Okay, so I can punish you. Okay, I can punish you. Okay, so it is risky to do that then. But I think do the slash one and then try to block afterwards. The slash one is safe. So if you're not aware of it, and oops, I hit her beforehand. See, then you can kind of use it to get in and stuff like that. So there you go. Okay, that's Baiken, and so she's new to Rev 2. Also new to Rev 2 is Answer. So if you want to see the video on Answer, we'll have that up as well on this YouTube channel. We also just did Dizzy and some Rev 1 to Rev 2 changes. Make sure you check all those out on youtube.com/UltraChenTV. Follow us on twitch.tv/UltraChenTV, twitch.tv/jchensor. You're at...
And Choysauce80, at Choysauce85, that's CHOY sauce 85.
On Twitter,
on
right?
Twitter, yeah.
But you have a Twitch,
yeah, I
right?
have a Twitch channel too, that's at the same name, Choysauce85.
Choysauce85, where you...
Oh, no, actually it's Choysauce. So.
Oh, it's just Choysauce.
Yeah, just
okay,
Choysauce,
okay.
So.
But you actually, like, play guitar.
Yeah,
and, like,
sometimes I play guitar.
Video game themes and teach people how to play guitar.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think that's awesome. Dude, how many times have I told you I want to learn how to play guitar? Right?
One day,
dude, I'm trying to learn how to play Tekken, Injustice 2, and Guilty Gear. I don't got time for guitar right now. The only guitar I'm using is from Eno. Is from Eno right now. So, but yeah, check out all that stuff, and if you enjoyed this video, if this video has helped you, let us know in the comments. Thank you guys very much. Peace out.